everybody. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Joe. So in 2011, I was in Thailand and I found myself traveling from Chiang Mai to Bangkok by bus. And the day before the trip, I went to a local travel agent, I bought a ticket, and expected it to go as it normally does. Unfortunately, when I arrived at the departure point, the bus was oversold. And the only way for me to get to Bangkok on time to catch a flight was to ride in the luggage compartment at the bottom of the bus. Now, I recognize that's not a normal problem, but while I was down there, I had some time to think. And I started to think about bus travel in general, not just in Thailand, but about all the other places I've been, in Asia, Latin America. And when I got home, I did a little research. And what I found was there's a lot of people that take buses in the world, more than I thought, particularly between cities with private bus companies. Now, I'm going to focus on Thailand only for this market data, but I've seen figures like this throughout Asia, Africa, and Latin America, and almost every country. So in Thailand alone, in 2011, there were 1,256 bus companies. They transported 55 million people, and they made over $1 billion US. But what's really interesting is only 2% of them are online. And of this 2%, none of them support multi-language, multi-currency, and most importantly, mobile software. Now, when I first looked at the problem, I looked at it from my point of view, the consumer. I thought long lines, not being able to book in advance, non-transparent companies. But that's really just an inefficiency. It's not the problem. It's a byproduct of the problem. The real problem has to do with the transportation company itself. Now, there are thousands of businesses around Thailand managing inventory with paper and pen and cash, while at the same time, they're looking at their iPhone and checking their Facebook. They have all the tools they need to get online, but no one's provided them a solution for the business. So what Pombai does is solve both the consumer's problem and the business problem. It does that with our product, which we call Pombai Connect. Bus companies use it to digitize their ticket inventory, and they can sell it online or offline at the ticket window. Consumers can now go to do a direct bus company, and they can book online. Now, is this an idea, or is this something that actually we're doing? Well, this is Hugo and Lucas, two of our earlier customers, earlier this year in Thailand. They're from France. I kept their spelling and punctuation mistakes for show you what it really looked like. But basically, we received feedback like this from a number of customers, from China to France to the States, New Zealand, and more. And bus companies really like it because now they can speak to these customers in their own language. They can process forms of payment that they couldn't take before, and they can do less work, which I find is very popular in Thailand. So, how do we make money? Currently, we make it free for bus companies, but we take a transaction fee off everything that sells. In the future, we'll be offering software as a service and different features like yield management and paid positioning that allows us to monetize it even further. The team is quite large. We make up 5 different nationalities and speak a dozen languages. About half of us went to Startup Boot Camp in Dublin, Ireland last year, which is a European accelerator. It helped a lot, got us to focus the business, streamline our product, and got us shipping fast. A few of us have worked for some big multinational companies, and a couple of us have built and sold internet companies before. Now, one thing I've noticed about this market specifically is you're not going to see an example of how it works in Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley doesn't have this problem, and they're never going to provide this product. However, you might find some pretty good examples in India if you look around. And there's some really similar solutions that have evolved there over the last couple of years. Pombai has built a foundation to be the first one in Asia to do this properly, and we could scale it throughout the region and around the globe. Thank you.
I mean, it's a great problem to solve. Do you think it's your problem to solve?
Somebody's got to solve it. I think I can do it.
So I look at you and I look at the team. I didn't see a lot of Thai names there. Like, it seems to me like that would be any experience I've had in Thailand has been incredibly culturally different for me to deal with. And as an investor, I'd find it although I believe in you as an individual, I find it hard to back you to solve such a culturally significant problem in dealing with locals. So is there someone in your team that's taking that lead, and how are you dealing with that local cultural problem?
Right, so first we made some local hires. We made a lot of stumbles in the beginning, and that's one reason why it took us a long time to get moving in Thailand. It was difficult to find good people. But we have found some good people since then, and not actually, there was 2 names missing from that list. Secondly, we're taking, you notice we talk a lot about travel, and in reality the company is a transportation software company, but we take this, tourism is a tactic for us that the locals can't solve themselves very easily. That's why the system is available in Mandarin and English when nothing else already there is. So we come in saying we're going to solve a foreign problem for them and bring them more money. In reality, we move that to the local market down the road.
One question, how do you implement the system at the bus company level?
Well, we tried to explain to them what a platform was, but that didn't go so well. So we told them we were a travel agent, and we needed their email address. And then what we did is we took all their schedules and we uploaded them as we were their creative user account for them. So that way, as far as they know, they just receive emails that tell them how much money to check in their bank account for and what tickets to serve as when the customer shows up with a digital ticket. But as they become more accustomed with the environment, we will position them to take over their own accounts so they can do that.
Can you share the examples in India?
Which examples?
Yeah.
The biggest is Redbus. They were mostly unknown outside of India until about a month or so ago. Forbes did an article on them, which got them a lot of press, which is good for me because I can say we're kind of like that, but a different. Until then, this has never really been done before. But in India, there are 5 major companies. Redbus has 65% of the market, so they're the leader, but they have a few competitors, one of which has actually already contacted us to partner because they want, a lot of Indians come to Thailand and they want that market as well.
Great, that'll do it. Thanks very much, gentlemen.